Hello, I'm Dianne Burckhardt and I am an indie author. I'm currently writing a historical fiction cliffhanger series as Stephen Burckhardt. My series is called the Into the West Saga serial. And for those of you who have been to my website already, you might recognize this guy. This is my dad, Steve, and he has been gracious enough to allow me to use his likeness to represent Stephen Burckhardt for the entire run of the Into the West Saga serial. Thanks, Dad. Now, the first book in this series, Into the West, the Orphan Train. This book happens to be a current 2019 Top Shelf Indie Book Awards finalist. And this one is where we meet Elizabeth and Connor McBride for the first time. We follow them as they face the harsh realities of life after their mother is forced to turn them over to the Catholic Foundling Aid Society in New York City. Their mother, Margaret, had no way to know that her decision would end up sending her children into the wild Western territories. The second book in the saga, Into the West, A New Home. In this installment, we follow Elizabeth and Connor McBride as they travel west on the Orphan Train with the other foundlings from New York City. At each stop, the children are presented to families in hopes that someone will take them in. Will their caseworker be able to find a new home for Elizabeth and Connor? Or will she have to return them to the foundling home in New York City and place them back under the special care of Sister Mary Clare? Now, the special edition is Into the West, A New Home Special Edition. This book actually contains Book 1, Into the West, The Orphan Train, and Book 2, Into the West, A New Home, in a single volume. The third book in this serial is Into the West, Sharon Springs. This is where we meet the townsfolk in the last stop on the Orphan Train. We find out that many of the families here are dealing with great losses in their own lives. And it's just possible that Elizabeth and Connor might be able to make a few families feel whole again. But at what cost to themselves? And I'm currently working on the fourth book in the Into the West series, Into the West, Most Wanted. This is where a famous marshal comes to Sharon Springs on the trail of bandits. Many of the townsfolk seem nervous around him. Is it because they're afraid of the outlaws in the area? Or do they have something to hide? My books are available in paperback and ebook on Amazon.com and in paperback on BarnesandNoble.com. Or you could go to my own website, www.stephenburckhardt.com, find out more information about the author and these volumes, as well as find links to purchase them. I hope you'll give my website a look. Thanks.